I'm Emma Van Lent.
And I'm Stephanie Dupart. Thanks for tuning in.
More and more organizations are getting involved in campus policy following the last chance agreement given to Ken Peterson. The Utah State Senate has requested a performance audit of DSU to examine whether Dixie State is abiding by their own policies regarding employee termination. The request comes only a week after DSU faculty members wrote a letter asking the school faculty senate to review the policies regarding faculty rights and due process. We will keep you updated as the story continues to progress. The Utah State Legislature has declared a mental health crisis on all college campuses here in Utah, including Dixie State. I took it upon myself to find out what mental health resources are available here on campus and what to do when students are struggling.
There are a few different resources for students who face mental health challenges on campus, such as the Health and Counseling Center and the Disability Resource Center. Dylan Matsumori, director of the Health and Counseling Center, says he wants to focus on educating the public about mental health.
What we really need to start working towards is mental health literacy, similar to how we have health literacy in a variety of areas. The fact of the matter is you face stress, I face stress, we all have problems in our lives, we all have sadness, we all have traumatic things that occur to us. We are here. That's what we're here for, the bumps and bruises, things that are running people, getting people to the point where they feel like they can't handle it any further, and send them over. We're more than happy to help.
The Disability Resource Center is also available for students with mental health challenges and can serve as a liaison between teachers and students.
We're able to work with their faculty or their teachers so that they are not penalized because they are unable to attend class when they were very sick.
Although there are so many resources on campus, they can sometimes not be enough to overcome the stigma of mental health.
There's still that stigma that floats around that if you have a mental health condition that you are damaged or flawed, and we're trying to make that go away so that people feel valued and that they have worth within the community. Don't be afraid to talk about it and ask for help. You'll be surprised the number of people who deal with mental illness. Statistically, 1 in 5 are dealing with a mental illness, so you're not alone.
If you or a loved one is struggling, please don't be afraid to reach out. The Health and Counseling Center is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. There's always something going on around campus, and this week is no different. Starting Monday, October 1st, the Multicultural Inclusion Center will be holding an event to celebrate Nigerian Independence Day, as well as kick off the beginning of Diversity Week here on campus. Next week also marks the beginning of the Wellness Fair held by the Health and Wellness Center and will last until Thursday, October 4th. For details on the event and more, visit the Dixie State calendar on the DSU website. Dixie State senior Christian Dwyer is the CEO and founder of a small business here in St. George called Cold-Blooded Science, an exotic reptile shop that sells all kinds of reptilian species to people around the world. Reporter Emma Van Lent has more on the story.
Dwyer has always had a passion for exotic reptiles and began breeding and selling them almost 10 years ago.
Crested geckos, and I started breeding those guys when I was about 10 or 11. And so then I ended up selling them online, and I think I made like $800 when I was that young. And so I told my dad that that was something that I was really interested in doing, and I'd like to turn it into my own business. And I mean, like, what better of a thing to do than work with like the creatures that you're passionate about? And so when I was 13, I got my first pair of these guys, and I ended up breeding them when I was 15. So ever since then, I've just been breeding them and getting new ones to work with, and just kind of like doing like selective breeding programs with them to produce like different traits that I want to see in each animal.
Dwyer's girlfriend, Jessica Aruda, shares his passion for animals and wants the world to know how important it is to take care of all species.
Being exposed to something like this is a great opportunity, and we want to share that to the world, and people do need to see how amazing these creatures are and realize that, like, hey, like, if we're not good to the environment, we're not going to have these guys. So we need to educate people, and that's our goal, is educating people on how we can keep our environment safe for these guys to live.
For more information about Dwyer and his exotic creatures, you can visit his Facebook page, Cold-Blooded Science. Well, I think it's great that we have such a successful entrepreneur going to Dixie State right now.
It's amazing to see small businesses thrive here on campus. I'm such a big fan.
Oh, me too. I totally agree.
And with that, we will be taking a short break, but stay tuned next week. But stay tuned because next we will see how both men and women's soccer are doing so far this season.
Radio Dixie 91.3. We don't play that. Nope, not that. The big fat no there. That's what we play. And stuff like that. On St. George's only alternative, Radio Dixie 91.3. Oh, and from 9 till midnight, we play this. I need a one dance. And this. Radio Dixie 91.3 FM.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I bought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Yeah. There we are. Hi, I'm Eric Young.
And I'm Jennifer Kohler.
And this is, we're coming to you right before our show that we go live with Talking Point Live. And we just wanted to tell you to make sure you join us Wednesdays at 9:30, live coming to you from the studios of the CEC here on the campus of Dixie State University.
Yeah, and you can catch the rebroadcast at 9:30 when we're not live, and 12:30 and 4:30. Daily, weekly.
Daily? This is like way too much,
yeah.
I think. But just in case you got something better to do,
yeah,
there's all those times you can catch it as well. Also, you can catch us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/TalkingPointLive and on the CEC YouTube channel. All right, see you there.
We're basically very catchable.
Well, you are.
No, it's okay. I should have. Welcome back. Here we have Ashlyn, our sports expert, to catch us up on Dixie's fall sports.
Thank you, Emma. Men's golf moved up 2 spots on the leaderboard after placing 12th in the 47th annual Western Washington Viking Invitational Tuesday at the Bellingham Golf and Country Club. Freshman Tristan Gardner from Ivins was DSU's top finisher as he posted his first collegiate top 10 finish in the Invitational overall. Men's golf is back in action Monday at the Western New Mexico Fall Intercollegiate. Men's soccer enters the week in search of their first RMAC victory after being defeated twice at home last weekend. After 10 successful years of playing in the Pac-West Conference, the competition heats up as they take on new opponents. Men's soccer has their next opportunity for redemption as they face Fort Lewis College for the second time ever at Trailblazer Stadium tomorrow at 5 p.m. Dixie State Volleyball remains high in the RMAC standings with their 6-0 winning streak. Defeating Adams State here at DSU last Saturday was the best way to prepare for a pair of crucial RMAC matches this weekend. It begins with a showdown against the conference co-leader, Colorado School of Mines, tomorrow and ends with a match against the University of Colorado on Saturday.
Looking for ways to get active and give back? Well, the Utah Food Bank is hosting its 4th annual Ham It Up Against Hunger race in St. George on Saturday, September 29th. The 5-kilometer race is meant to create awareness that September is the National Hunger Action Month. Utah Food Bank officials said they hope the race will increase awareness about the issue of hunger in the state, especially in southern Utah, and bring attention to the work to the work done at their southern distribution center. All proceeds from the 5K will directly benefit the Utah Food Bank's work in southern Utah. There will also be an Out of the Darkness walk. This walk will be held by the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention and is held on Saturday. The walk will be located at Highland Park from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Registration closes Friday at noon. Looks like there's a lot going on, and it's a great way to get back and help the community.
You put it in the right words, Emma. I totally agree with you. What a better way than to get active into the community and help bring awareness to these issues.
Active and spending time with your community is the best way to go.
Well, that sounds like a wrap for this week's edition of the Dixie Sun News.
Catch us back here next week, same time, same place.
Thank you for watching and have a great week, Trailblazers.